Welcome back to Cabral House Call. I'm Stephen Cabral, board certified naturopathic doctor, and today we're going to take on your questions submitted from stephencabral.com/Ask Cabral. Wilma asks, what resource can I use or go to find a good natural health practitioner? So a really good question, and what I would say is find out where you are in terms of your goals and what you're looking to achieve. Since I've worked in the health and fitness industry for so long, literally since I was 17, 18 years old, as I was trying to rebuild my own health, and I thought obviously that was a good place to start, is if your goal is weight loss, there are so many good personal trainers out there, and they know a lot about nutrition. And so that might be a good first place to start, meaning like, if you're just trying to lose weight and you know that if you lose weight, you're gonna get healthier, that's kind of our first step in our practice as well, is I'd recommend go find a good personal trainer. And so what I would say is this, no matter where you are in the world, literally there are personal trainers, and I've coached hundreds of personal trainers on how to get better at their craft, how to become a better personal trainer, what steps they need to take. So some of the organizations that I like, at least in the United States, are National Academy of Sports Medicine. I like the National Strength and Conditioning Association, NSCA. I like the American College of Sports Medicine. Those three are great. So American College of Sports Medicine, National Strength and Conditioning Association, and the National Academy of Sports Medicine. NASM, NSCA, and ACSM. So those are your top three to look for in terms of personal trainers. Of course, you can find a great personal trainer and they might not be part of one of those three, but at least you can go to those websites and you can look and seek out for one in your area. And also you can find I find like more smaller studios or private studios rather than health clubs can give you a lot more one-on-one attention, and they seem to have more mature personal trainers at those places. It's not bad to use a health club, but that's the first step you go as a personal trainer is you start at a health club. So you might want just, again, a little step up. So what I would do is just look to see what their certification is, see if it matches up to one of those three. After that, you might want to find a good nutritionist, and a good nutritionist could be certified from many different organizations, and that's really hard to come by. Again, you could find a good registered dietitian, but my problem with the registered dietitians are you never know who you're going to get, because a registered dietitian could recommend the food pyramid to you, and the food pyramid is not the place you want to start, without a doubt. It's just so generic, and it's just bad advice, in my opinion in general. I'm recommending drinking milk with, males and things like that. It's outdated, really bad advice influenced by politics and money. So it's not unbiased, and it needs to be. And then for natural health practitioners, well, you could go to a chiropractor, you could go to an acupuncturist, you could go to a health practitioner that might be certified but not a doctor, and then I'll get to that why in a minute. And then you go to a naturopathic doctor, or you can go to an integrative medical doctor who might know some functional medicine. So how do you pick? The way you pick is this. You find out what you need, meaning like if it's an autoimmune based issue, should you go to a chiropractor? Might not be a good match unless that chiropractor does functional medicine, and then obviously that makes sense. If you have soft tissue based issues or pain, you might want to go to an integrative chiropractor or an acupuncturist, to start there at least. And if you want an overall program, or you do have deep health conditions and you want to do some functional medicine labs and you want to look deeper into your specific issues, well then I recommend looking for a naturopathic doctor. Or I do recommend going to a reputable source like the Institute for Functional Medicine, IFM, and we'll link that up in the show notes as well, because I have to remember if it's .org or not. And the Institute for Functional Medicine literally certifies, and it's this giant body, one of the first, that works with doctors it also works with nurse practitioners. It works with doctors that are either NDs, DOs, MDs, nurse practitioners, or I believe acupuncturists as well. So you already have to be established as one of those modalities, and then your specialty can become functional medicine. So my last caveat to all this is I know a ton of great natural health practitioners that aren't necessarily certified. They're not doctors, they're not licensed, and they're unbelievably knowledgeable, because guess what? When you go to medical school or any of these schoolings, you read maybe 300 books, somewhere around there or so, and on their own they've read 1,000 books. And so, well, they've read 3 times as much, and they might have some insight that a lot of other standard practiced or standard educated doctors don't have. So I like to also ask your friends, How do they get results? Can they refer anybody that they know? And is the person reputable? I mean, do they look at something beyond the symptoms? And that's for you to decide. And what I would say is, just from my perspective, having studied all over the world with some of the best practitioners, every practitioner that I just named, I've studied with. I studied literally all over the world. India, Sri Lanka, Europe, the United States, China, all over. And I studied in a lot of the best hospitals. I did residencies in these places. I lived there. I talked with the patients. And I can tell you that each discipline has their own benefits. They really do. That includes conventional medicine. But what I would say is this, is that sometimes no one discipline can ever fix whatever it is that you have. You have to find a multidisciplinary approach, and that is tough to find through one organization. So if you haven't found the right practitioner for you, simply keep looking. You will find that person, but you have to start somewhere. So get started with a place like the Institute for Functional Medicine or a good personal trainer who knows about nutrition as well, just to start out. All right, next question. All right, so Jimmy asks, can I believe everything that I hear on the internet and everything that I read? So I think, we know obviously that that's not true, right? Because anybody can write anything or say anything or create any video or whatever it is and just talk about whatever they want to talk about. The other issue is this. So beyond that, okay, this is where let me go back one more step even before that. When people are searching things online, how many times do you ever go past the first page of Google? Very, very rarely, right? So there might be 100,000 or a million write-ups on your one specific key term. But the issue is that you're only finding the people with the best marketing, the most popularity, whatever it might be on that first page of Google. That's it. So that's kind of part of the problem. What I would say to you, and this is how I literally develop my own practice in Boston. And one of the reasons why I think that we've been able to help a lot of people. And it's because for every answer that I came up with, I always looked for how can that be contraindicated, which means not appropriate for all people. And what was the other thought concept to the other side of that? Meaning like, okay, this person believes only in veganism. This person only believes in, they believe in eating a lot of meat or whatever it might be. What are both people really saying? What are the vegans saying against eating meat? And what are the meat eaters saying against only being a vegan? And so what I like to look at is whatever answer you come up with, look at the other side. See what both people are saying. And what you'll find is that both people are correct a lot of the time, but only for certain circumstances, right? We try to use this all-in-one approach, like paleo is right for everyone. Veganism is right for everyone. Doing raw food is right for everyone, where we know that all of those things are incorrect. Like even if you believe that raw food is good for everyone, well, what if the person's digestion is really weak and they simply can't break down all that vegetation or all that raw food? They need to strengthen their digestive system first and then get to that point. So just keep in mind that whatever you believe in, there's always another side to that. Stay open to possibilities. Anybody who tells you and is just dogmatic that this is the only way, this is the only thing, they're automatically wrong. Just bottom line, they're automatically wrong. They're using it either for sensationalism, to sell some type of product, whatever it might be. And I'll tell you always straight up front that there is not just one way. Sometimes there's only one way at one point in your life to get better, but then there are multiple branches that you can go to. And the bottom line is what's right for you. That's really the bottom line, is what is right for you. To make a long story shorter, look at both sides of the equation, then decide what's right for you. So Google can be a tremendous resource if used correctly. And not just Google, I guess. There are other search engines as well. All right. Thank you for tuning in to another Cabral House Call. I'll be back real soon to answer more of your questions. Thank you for just tuning into the Cabral Concepts. We've been getting a lot of questions lately about what next? What can I do next? And so what I'd like to say is if you want to take your wellness, weight loss, or anti-aging goals to the next level, I'd say this. We have 3 options for people to start with, and you can just see if it's the right fit for you. What we do is we have the ability for you to simply click the Start Here button on the StephenCabral.com website, and you can choose 3 options, the best one that fits your needs. The first one is simply getting more details on how we work with clients in our wellness practice. So it could be options on functional medicine lab testing, it could just be on free recipes, we have our exact workout templates, everything that you need to just get started. The second second level is completing the Dr. Cabral detox. Anywhere from 7, 14, or 21 days, it's the absolute best way to lose weight and improve your wellness. And we guarantee it. I mean, there's very few people that do guarantee their work. We absolutely guarantee that you will get results with this. And the third way is that you can do complete personalized wellness planning. And that includes choosing one of the functional medicine labs that we have on the website, or multiple if you would like, getting those labs shipped to you, completing the lab right at home, and then we send you in about 3 weeks after that a complete personalized wellness plan that includes everything our wellness clients and weight loss clients get at our Boston practice. So all you have to do is simply go to stevencabral.com, click on the Start Here button, and you can get started and choose the level that works for you.